Now, listen, you guys, it seems like the Transformers fans have found a new coping mechanism when it comes to the album that's never gonna come out, as Ali said, Armageddon. Now, we're also gonna be discussing about Beyonce being accused of running to publications in, an attempt to basically quench the narratives that have been going around about her tour not selling. Now, at the same time, UMG and Drake, the lawsuit is out there, and it seems like they are seeking dismissal. We're going to be talking about that as well. And at the same time, Billboard is out here updating their way of doing things. And Iggy Azalea went into a little back and forth on social media because of Carti wanting North on his album. And the Joe Budden podcast is out there calling out Lil Wayne because, well, according to them, he has not evolved as an artist, or he hasn't turned himself into a legend. Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello tea lovers, and welcome to the tea blog. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great. You guys are doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about the Transformer and her fans. It seems like recently they've got a new person to blame for the Transformer not being able to give the music. And this one is very ridiculous. This excuse that they decided to come up with, I'm just like, okay, when is the delusion actually going to end? Now, one of the Transformers co-fans said, Nicki Minaj is behind the scenes making sure Atlantic doesn't release Cardi album. That's why she has been acting like that lately. That lady is so evil. Now, I don't know if this isn't delusion. I don't know what it is if this is not delusion. Like, wow. Is that how ridiculous these people's minds actually work? In what world would Nicki Minaj be able to control Atlantic, a record label that is determined to end her, a record label that was willing to pour out a lot of money just to make sure that Nicki Minaj is ended? Why? Because Nicki had refused to sign with them. I cannot believe this. And it's shocking how other people are actually eating this up. And for them to say that's why she's been acting how has Nicki been acting really? How has she been acting? Like, what are the actions that are making them say that, look at how she's acting? It's because she knows she's going to stop the Transformers album from coming out. This is the most absurd thing that I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, why can't they just accept that, listen, the payola is not coming anymore when it comes to their favorite? And at this point, probably Atlantic is just trying to get their money back that they spent on this woman. We also, the polarization, they need to redeem back their money. They need to have a return on their investment. And it seems like now they know that releasing an album is not going to be guaranteed that there will be a return on investment, because to make that album go number one, they need payola. Payola needs money. And that's more actual expenditure. So this has absolutely nothing to do with Nicki Minaj. Another day of people let's look for a way to insert Nicki Minaj in this entire situation. And when are they going to realize that 2018, 2019, 2020 is not going to repeat itself again? Okay? There is no beef now. Like, Nicki's not going to be going back and forth with that lady at all, because her time is up. There are new girls that are being groomed to go against Nicki Minaj right now. Because, that's I think at this point I've accepted that these girls are now not even fighting in the hopes that they're going to conquer Nicki Minaj. No, they are just fighting to be in the position of being compared with Nicki Minaj. That's the new position that these women are fighting for. We saw the same for Bongo too. It's like, I want to be in the spot that the Transformer once was. So it's, in my own opinion, ironically, it's people fighting to be in the Transformer's position that she was in, where she got the industry support and she was put against Nicki Minaj. That's what they all want. I really do believe that at this point they've made peace with the fact that Nicki is irreplaceable. You cannot replace her until she decides to say, listen, I'm retiring, I'm moving out of this game. And they know that. And so now they're actually competing against each other to who's going to be compared to Nicki Minaj next. I'm going to have the motion that the Transformer had. And the industry can only sustain one girl in as far as having that sport, because it takes resources. It's not just based on fans and talent. You need resources to be put against Nicki Minaj because 1v1 with no industry backup, they know that it's impossible. Like Nicki said, no 1B can come against me. It's them corporate giants and machines. So this whole thing of blaming Nicki Minaj for their favorite, her time is just up. There's a new girl out there who's getting the support that your favorite used to get. And I think it's time for people to just accept that and just move past it. It's okay. She had a moment. She got the bag. She's now rich. She has the money and she has the fame. She can do deals with Shein. I mean, recently we saw her working with Shein. She can work with Fashion Nova. She can work with these brands. I mean, she even worked with, what's the spice company? You know, the one that does sauces? Yes. And the milk company, she sells milk very well. And they should be grateful that at least the fame was able to get her in a position where she gets endorsements. And it's nobody's fault that, you know, her album is not coming, especially not Nicki Minaj's fault. Because, you know, alluding to the fact that Atlantic would work with Nicki Minaj to solve the Transformers album is the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, you guys, we're going to talk about Beyonce. Now, yesterday I did a video and I was talking about these women that sat down and were basically saying that Beyonce is struggling to sell tickets. Now, it seems like that is not the case because soon after that video made its rounds, I'm telling you that Billboard came in swinging with what looked like a PR article. I'm not saying it was a PR article, but it did look like a PR article. And Billboard is out there. This is their headline. They said Beyonce Cowboy Carter's tour sells 94% of ticket inventory plus a new date is added. So they are letting you know that those women on the news platform, they were lying. Okay, Beyonce tickets are selling according to Billboard. And as if that's not enough, Live Nation came through. Live Nation came through and debunked the rumors. And they said, settle up Las Vegas. Beyonce is bringing the Cowboy Carter tour to whatever stadium on Friday, 25th of July. Sign up now for the artist pre-sale starting Monday, March 24th at 12 p.m. Okay, the new date. So yeah, it seems like to beat the allegations that while her tickets are not selling, she decided to add another date just to prove to the haters that no, you're lying. We're actually adding more dates because of demand. However, that didn't stop the haters because people still say that, well, that's PR. They're trying to change the narrative. They're trying to turn the narrative. Yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Do you think that this is an attempt, to try and change the narrative that has been going out there about her not selling? Moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about UMG and Drake. It seems like UMG is, seeking for Drake's lawsuit to be dismissed. And according to everything that they released, they are trying to basically say that, well, it was all beef. There's nothing behind the scenes that's happening. Drake is just sad because he lost the battle. And Drake is the one that provoked, Kendrick Lamar. And, according to they're echoing sentiments that, listen, it's a rap beef. You cannot police what's said in a rap beef. Now, I'm not sure how that is going to hold in the court of law to say that it's just music. It doesn't matter, especially seeing that, well, recently we have seen certain artists being held accountable for lyrics that they put in songs in different trials. So I don't know if that's going to cut it for the courts to say that, well, it's just a rap beef and you're not supposed to sue, you're not supposed to take it seriously. I really don't know if that, line of argument is going to work, to their favor. But then again, I am not a lawhead. If we do have people who have, who have done law in here, let me know in the comment section. What do you think about UMG's, arguing points? Do you think that they make sense? Do you think that the courts are going to regard that as, as fit for dismissal? Like, do you think that it makes sense for them to say, well, it's nothing else, it's just a rap battle, and Drake is the one who provoked Kendrick, so anything that Kendrick said, it's not really a big deal? And do you think that them learning towards the beef more than the fix that Drake is bringing across about the contract negotiation and stuff like that, Do you think that they will win the lawsuit? And how safe do you think Drake is, regarding also considering also what just happened to Angie Stone? Do you think he is safe? The next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Billboard. It seems like Billboard has decided to update several rules about their charts. But what I realized is that they are learning more to sales. What would have made me excited is if they had found a way to regulate the streams, because I do believe that a lot of fraud is happening when it comes to the streaming platforms. I do believe that a lot of polarization and botting really happens more in streaming more than in actual, sales. So let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Do you think that in any of these changes that they've brought forward, I'm not even going to go into detail, because in my own opinion, it's not even, when they said that they were going to bring in massive changes, I really thought that there were going to be changes that would affect streaming platforms more. But it seems to me that they're being strict when it comes to actual sales, which in my own opinion is giving artists that don't have that generally don't get a lot of sales, a lot of pure sales, don't get affected. And those are the artists that in many cases benefit a lot from botation on streaming platforms. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. And the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Iggy Azalea and Kanye West. Now, this is a back and forth that I didn't see coming. Kanye has been on a very long rant about Playboy Carti. He did express, his displeasure about Kendrick Lamar being on the album and him being left out of the album. He's not having it. Kanye is not happy with Carti. And then I guess the icing, on top was Carti asking for North to be on the album. Now, Ye was not having it. He went off, and I'm not playing. He went off on Carti. He was like, "How dare you remove me from your album?" And then you turn around and say that and then you say that you don't want me there, but you want my daughter to be there. And he really did go off, but some of the tweets are very graphic. I don't think I'm gonna be able to read them. They're just, sometimes Kanye just goes overboard. But one of the tweets read, "I decided not won't be doing any songs with Carti. How it looked for me to get left off the album. And then he asked Kim to have vocals from my daughter. I don't give an F about none of this industry-ish and how it's a Kim's line in the first place. And I don't give an F what no comments. The man has the first and the final say." What nobody, I guess, comments. The man has the first and final say over his kids. So it seems like Kanye is not here for his daughter being on Carti's album if he himself is going to be left out. Now, all I can say is that it makes me sad when I see these celebrity kids. In my own opinion, it does feel like it's exploitation to a certain extent from the parents, what's the child going to do on a Carti song? Like, why do you need another person's daughter on your song? It doesn't make any sense, especially if you no longer see eye to eye with the father. What point are you trying to put across? And to include a child in this entire mess is crazy, in my own opinion. If Kim is allowing that to happen, that's also messy. You get it. It's not that deep. I'm sure that song can do okay without Northwest being on that song. But anyway, Kanye went further and decided to give Carti a dose of, his own medicine, because he said everybody is a user. "Hey, Iggy Azalea, I need to get Onyx vocals on my song. That's my nephew. Oh, and I'm a rap about one of your businesses. The F." Okay, and the businesses, obviously Iggy businesses, because Carti is out there rapping about Skims. So I guess it was a business deal where Carti gets to talk about Kim's business, and then in exchange, North gets to be on the song, which is ridiculous in my own opinion. Why can't you get Kim on the song? Why do you have to include, the child? Like, leave that girl alone. Okay. And also Kanye, like, leave Onyx alone. Like, this is just so messy. It's not necessary in my own opinion, and it's not fair. Okay. It seems like Iggy decided to respond to that, and I'm like, as she should. She said, "Yeah, I understand the point you're trying to make. I say this with kindness and as a mother. Please leave my child out of this. At the end of the day, Jordan has other children, less famous, doesn't matter. But it seems only my son gets harassed in perpetuity about or on behalf of a man he has no relationship with. Does he read it? No. He's a child, but it creates a digital legacy and an odd and issue situation for him to one day discover and endure in perpetuity from strangers online. Can I please have some peace? Can my son have some peace?" And Iggy has already said in the past that Playboy Carti is not involved in Onyx's life. So using this child as a pawn to say we're fighting again, this industry is just, oh my God, it's a mess. It is truly a mess. But that being said, you guys, it didn't end there. It seems like Kendrick caught some couple of strays from Kanye West. Yes, it seems like Kendrick got some strays, and somebody said, "No, you just need Kendrick to give you your very own Meet the Grams." And Kendrick responded and yeah responded and said, "Kendrick, please come diss me on behalf of Lucian Grange, please." So people were like, this is confirmation that, listen, Kendrick is just another Lucian puppet. Now, am I surprised that, well, this could be the case? Absolutely not. Is it unpopular for a YT person to be staying behind the scenes and puppeteer as people of color go against each other for his own pleasure and his own benefit? It's absolutely not foreign. It has been in existence for the longest of time. It has been in existence. I don't know, continents and continents all over the world where there is a person, a YT person, who's behind the bickering that's happening. Like, behind the scenes he's there, but in front of the scenes it's the black people that are bickering against each other. I don't want to get too political, but I have witnessed it. I have seen it, where the black people are used to play France for these people. So I wouldn't be surprised if Lucian, because of whatever he's going through with Drake, then decides to discard Drake. But what best way to discard Drake than to use another black man? And I'm not saying this to say Drake is innocent, because at some point he was also benefiting from his friendship or relationship with Lucian Grange. But this is what those people do. Okay, when they're done with you, when you try to act bigger than who you are, they will look for another person they feel like is on your level, and they will send them to bicker on your behalf. And when they're done with Kendrick, guess what they're going to do? They're going to look for another black person to come against Kendrick. That's just the cycle. And that's just the music industry. And it's actually pretty sad, because it would be beneficial for them to show this support when it's something that's not just to their own advantage. Had they just organically supported Kendrick back in the day, because he has always been talented. It's not like he just woke up in 2024 or 2023 being talented. He has always been talented. But the fact that it had to take them falling out with Drake for them to begin showing, support, industry support, all this promo towards Kendrick is kind of messy in my own opinion. It's not nice. But it seems like the people are eating it up. It seems like the people love it, as long as at this point it's popular to hate this particular black man. Yay! Because this particular one has got a shitty behavior. Then yay! Then let's act like nothing like that is happening behind the scenes. Like, I don't even like Judas Degrassi myself, but I'm not too blind to see that, listen, in as much as I don't like Judas Degrassi, the other person that's coming is also being used in the same manner that Judas Degrassi was used in the past. But, well, people are talented, so yay, let's do it. But anyway, I will leave you listening to Joe Budden and what he had to say about Lil Wayne. According to him, Lil Wayne has not evolved as an artist. And, the very good example for evolution is Jay-Z in their books and not Lil Wayne, because now he's irrelevant. He could never get another peak. And I do agree with certain things that they had to say about him re-peaking and the shift in the audience and stuff like that. I do agree with that also to a certain extent. So I will insert you guys what they had to say and let me know in the comment section if you agree with them. Some people were giving them a lot of backlash saying that they're being disrespectful, they're playing with Lil Wayne. Now, no one could ever take away the fact that Lil Wayne is such a massive lyricist. But when it comes to re-peaking, I really don't know, you guys. But anyway, let me insert what they had to say, and I don't think that I'm going to be coming back after that. That being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching. And until my next one, see you.
Say that, just please.
Go ahead.
Evolution to me, when I look at Jay, yes, he can rap, he can still rap, but I think his lifestyle surrounding it, the moves that he's making in real life makes me feel
his lyrics reflect the growth of his lifestyle. He's no longer rapping about selling.
So he's currently evolving. So what are we looking?
But that's because Jay always is talking about his life in his raps. So even from the selling, that's what I'm saying about Wayne. Wayne wasn't really doing that. He wasn't really talking about my life.
The answer to your question is yes, Wayne has peaked. Like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Gotcha.
It's a very quick,
plateau.
It's a very quick and simple.
Peak implies it's going down.
No.
Yes, that's what a peak means.
A plateau means
you plateau is up and you're going over.
Let me fight with them.
Go ahead.
Let me have my fight with them. I don't even think y'all have a foundation to lay this argument on. Wayne, we can safely say we've seen the absolute best of. I don't give a his rhyming improves for the next 5 and 10 years. That moment in time where what he's doing is in sync with what the people backing him is doing, is in sync with how the fans are receiving him, in sync with making his best music, songs, choruses, performance, Billboard. That has happened already.
I think you're talking...
We're not getting that whole entire run, all of the joints that we have. If Wayne go get in the booth 20 times right now, none of that's coming out.
I think that you're talking
He's just doing some great rhyming.
I think you're talking about business and...
I'm talking about artistry.
Yes and no, because I think that he still raps at a very high level. I think that the external forces of the label being behind it and being in tune with the times and all that shit, yes, maybe that has passed him by, and that's fine. I think that his ability to rap is still A++. I don't think that has... I think it's plateaued.
Your ability to rap
to the top and
is
then you keep
only
going.
A certain percentage of your artistry and how it's defined.
Agree, but
I'm not questioning his rap skills. When he did the a year and a half ago, anytime he get on something and raps and is focused,
he goes.
His rap skills will be indisputable. I think his peak encapsulates a little more than just that. Something you forgot. If you send him in the booth 20 times today, 30 times, 40 times, that's not coming out of there.
I disagree.
It was a moment in time.
I disagree with that.
As do I.
Is that in totality, as far as like what Park said, like what you said, label, people behind him?
I think that rapping. I think rapping.
Yeah,
but I think a lot goes into artistry when we talk about it, right? Like rapping is like riding a bike for me. It's like you having a jump shot. Ray Allen today could walk on a basketball court and make jump shots.
Yes,
that is the ability to rap for rappers at this echelon.
Echelon.
The echelon. The other stuff, your song making ability, your chorus making ability, how you come off, how you're presenting yourself, how you understand, how you adapt, all of those other things that you have to have the world in the palm of your hands like he did at one point. As you age, that goes away. I think it's natural.
You know what else it sound like? The hunger part.
Is he trapped by his
because he might not be trying to do that. Wayne, some people get Eminem. They get to a point where
but then you peaked. Then you peaked because if you don't even have the energy in you, back to full circle moment to Flip calling me, yo, you've been a little low energy. That don't mean I can't do what I do. That just mean I ain't had the energy. Hey, newsflash, part of doing this and being received a certain way is having energy.
True. That you can get that energy back too, though, and get right back to where you was.
I haven't seen that, and we haven't seen that.